The Chesapeake Shakespeare Company, Maryland's premier theater for the classics, is a jewel of art, culture, and history at the corner of Redwood and Calvert Streets in downtown Baltimore. Built in 1885 as the Mercantile Trust and Deposit Company, the building sheltered Baltimoreans' assets and aspirations for almost 100 years. Today, it enjoys a new life as a treasury of the enduring plays that enrich, awe, inspire, educate, and entertain while exploring the human condition. Listed on the National Register of Historic Places, this landmark story is told in 3 acts. As a Victorian banking institution, it was a financial fortress so safe that not even the Great Baltimore Fire of 1904 could bring it down. The Mercantile's early leaders included Enoch Pratt, who foresaw modern, full-service banking. Later, the Mercantile merged with the Safe Deposit Bank, which had prospered by helping Southern cities rebuild after the Civil War. That bank's early leaders included the businessman and art collector William Walters and his son Henry Walters. The Mercantile Safe Deposit and Trust is linked through them to Baltimore's arts and letters. Reborn in 2001 as an upscale nightclub, extensive renovations ensured the landmark's second act and uncovered the long-forgotten ornate ceiling. Clubs came and went over the decade, but the disco ball was still hanging over the dance floor when Chesapeake Shakespeare Company directors scouted for a home for its performances and education programs.
We walked in and immediately we knew that this could be something magical.
Look at those columns, look at that ceiling, look at that mezzanine. Oh my gosh, it's the globe. We can turn this into our own Elizabethan playhouse.
The award-winning redesign by Cho Ben Holbach and Associates, built by Southway Builders in 2014, combines elements of an Elizabethan theater with historic features of the original bank building. The soaring Corinthian columns, iron galleries, gold flowers at the ceiling, visible mezzanine and stairwells, and shallow lobby demand roles in the design of each play.
One of the first things that comes to mind about this space, working particularly as a director, is that it feels a bit like that 3D chess. Like in the old Star Trek, they used to have this 3D chess thing. You have to stage things for straight ahead, to your sides, up, and in this space on 3 levels. And sometimes on the 3rd level, the audience is almost looking straight down at the stage. Shakespeare, like most directors, looked to his theater for the toys, for the stuff he could use to tell stories. I think he would come in here, it would feel familiar because of the configuration of it, and I think right away he'd say, where are the toys? What can I do? How can I tell my story here in this theater?
For actors and audience alike, the experience is immersive, intimate, communal, and electric. Adaptive reuse achieves more than saving a landmark's parts. It marries the architectural grandeur to a new mission. As we preserve, explore, and perform the world's great plays for current and future generations, the historic Mercantile today is a stronghold of educational resources.
We also utilize our stage here in the CSC main theater as well for many of our educational classes. The VETS program, which is a program we offer to veterans as sort of a way for them to look at classical stories and see how their own personal stories relate to stories that were being written hundreds and even thousands of years ago. Our homeschool corps, which is a group of homeschoolers that come together and practice a Shakespeare play throughout the semester, their final presentation is here in the theater.
Here, Shakespeare's fairy Puck can put a girdle round the earth in a sprint around the mezzanine. From her balcony, Juliet gives her heart to Romeo. Castles rise in the fog. Dreamers dream.